Welcome, everyone, to the L7C podcast wrestling edition. Today, we are back with a wrestling podcast for y'all today, and we have Mr. Consistent Jacob Mason with us. How are you doing today, man?
I'm great, buddy. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Jacob, it's been a while, but I had to give you a break, bro, because I don't know if you knew, but you had 5 episodes in the month of August alone.
No, I didn't. I knew we did a lot there for a minute, and I was like, oh, yeah. But I didn't know it was 5.
Yeah, when I was looking at the wrestling, I'm like, man, I know it's been a while, but we had 5 wrestling episodes in the month of August. And then the week after, as soon as September hit, you had another wrestling episode. We were talking about the best pay-per-view of the year. So yeah, man, August, you were running the podcast, bro.
That's what I do. I was consistent for August.
Yeah. And they weren't even short episodes. Those were an hour and a half a piece each.
Hell yeah.
And then
we don't put out shit quality here.
We don't. I mean, the NXT SummerSlam, the emergency pod on Bray Wyatt, the Adam Cole one that we did right after the pay-per-view ended, recording till 1 a.m. to get our reaction. So you had to get a little break, but now we're back. We're back, guys. So just to go off the rails, Extreme Rules happened this past weekend in Columbus, Ohio, where I'm from. I went with my wife, went with the Captain Byron Mitchell, went with some other friends. And first thing I noticed when I got there, Jacob, line was freaking huge, wrapped around the whole building, multiple lines. And I was just like, okay, this is good. We got some wrestling fans coming in here. And I'm already going to start bitching about something I didn't like. And when you went to go scan in, they did not say the size of purse you could have. So you had a whole bunch of people about to fight security, mostly the women, because they're like, oh, yeah, your purse doesn't match. And they're like, why was this not on the tickets? Because it wasn't on any of the emails. So they were telling them you had to go back to your car, put your purse in, and then get back in line.
Oh, that's bullshit.
And that happened to my wife because her thing barely didn't match the requirements. So she had to go back to the car because I drove us there because I wanted to drive, and then put the purse back and then have to come back in line.
Dude, and it was at Nationwide Arena, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, so anytime like I've seen a show down there, I park like a good 15 blocks away still, just because, I don't want to pay for, $50 premium parking. Kiss my ass. I'm too cheap for that. That's bullshit.
And the worst thing is there's this guy who was next to me, and we were there chopping up because his wife also got sent back too. And it was weird seeing who they were allowing to bring stuff. This is the one you're going to get a shocker. They told a kid he had to take his money in the briefcase back to the car, but you can buy it and take it out, but you couldn't bring it in.
Dude, what the fuck?
So then when I was talking to them, I was like, dude, what's up with this? And then they tried to say, hey, we have to do this because our boss is here or whatever. I don't know if they meant Nationwide's boss or if Vince McMahon was there. But I was like, y'all got to do better because there were so many fights. The cops had to come. They were standing next to the Nationwide people because people were pissed. They're like, how are you going to tell me to put, you didn't say anything. I have kids, I have this. Sorry, ma'am, you got to put your purse away or you got to drive back to the car. My thing was, which I brought up after we left, what if these people Ubered?
That's a great point because, in Columbus, there's a shitload of Ubers. You're completely right. I didn't even think about that.
So I'm like, would you refund them their money? Because you didn't say anything about purse size until you got to the door. And literally, they had a sheet of paper, drew a square in the middle. I was like, if your purse doesn't fit into this square, you can't have it.
Dude, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, so that was terrible in itself. So I was like, if that was a WWE thing, a Nationwide thing, you guys definitely got to do better because there'll be events there in the future. So yeah, that's good to know for anyone listening to our podcast in Columbus, Ohio. If you have ladies or guys who use purses, fanny packs, briefcases, just don't bother bringing it or get a clear one. But Yep, that was my one thing I said I was going to bitch about early before the show even started. But when the show started, man, I really forgot what it's like to actually watch wrestling without hearing Michael Cole's mouth. Like, you're not hearing him overhype, like, oh, this is the greatest match of all, like how he does and stuff. You get to see with your own eyes. And it was cool, man. It was cool being in the universe. I forgot how much different, like, how wrestling can really bring people together. Because there's some people there, if, like, just on first glance, like, oh, I never hang out with them, like, ever. But it's just like, we're here, we're wrestling fans, so we have something in common, which means we have a plethora of things to talk about. And here we were. I mean, in my own row, when Becky and Bianca Belair were going at it, I mean, Byron was on one side saying, let's go, Becky. I was on the other side saying EST. Like, the people in our row were shifting back and forth to us. So, like, being a part of that was super cool. And being at the events make the matches a lot better. Like, I know you were watching and saw some of it at TV and asked if we should have got our refunds and all that, which was funny because there's some things we will talk about. But it's like, I was there with my friends. We were all having a good time. I was booing, cheering. And yeah, it was all good from there. But let's just go right into stuff. So Demon Finn Balor, I mean, we're not going to fully go over this, but just quick notes. So Demon Finn Balor, when he came out, pop was huge.
For sure.
Pop was huge. First, when Roman came out first, which I know me and you are we're anti-champ coming out before the challenger.
We're old school.
Yeah, we're old school. So when that happened, I was like, hold the hell on. Finn is coming out after Roman Reigns? Okay. You forgot how cool Demon Finn was. Crowd lit up. I really liked the match. The funny spot where Roman, when put on his mask to go into the crowd, I was just like, I was like, that's cool. But I was like, but I mean, you came back after you left because you didn't want to deal with COVID, but you came back in the heat of COVID. Still, I'm going to hold that to him for the rest of my life. And so, I mean, let's just get to it. Finn Balor losing on that spot was terrible. No, that was bad.
Let's rephrase this. Not Finn Balor, the Demon.
Oh, even worse. Even the worse.
Yeah, because if I was so pissed off about this.
I was too, because it was a good match, and that ending ruined it.
Oh, yeah. That was the dumbest. All right, so you being in the crowd, could you see anything? Like,
no.
Was it just...
No, I couldn't even see when the Usos came out of the ring. I didn't even see when they got underneath the ring. Like, I didn't see anyone mess with that thing. Even when, for people who haven't been live, when they go to the commercials on TV, they darken the ring in person so they can get the crew there to change the mats and all that stuff. Did not see them mess with the rope at all.
All right. Yeah, because we were... I actually missed part of Extreme Rules, or as I like to call it, NXT Raw. We got into it with the whole Charlotte and Alexa were just doing their entrances. So I caught from that
crowd pop big for Alexa.
I figured they would. But the whole demon thing, I mean, back to that. I mean, it was just so... Why would you have... I get they're having Roman go on his giant murder everyone spree right now, which you're trying to just build him up even, like, you know, crazier. So when someone does beat him, it'll be massive. But why the hell? I get Roman won. Technically, Roman won clean. Theoretically, it was clean. It wasn't. I mean, it wasn't. It was black and white, like, or it wasn't black and white. It's that gray area. But why? Why wouldn't you just have Finn Balor lose to him, and then have Finn Balor go into, like, I don't know, a scripted depression or something like that, and have him, like, turn back to the demon, and then when that happens, I mean, there was just kind of, I don't know. I thought that was fucking dumb, just to be completely honest.
It was a terrible ending, but the bad thing, it wasn't, because when I was talking to some of the people who were there in our group too, it's like, that wasn't as bad as Seth and Bray. It wasn't.
No.
That was bad. Like, that was the thing. I was like, man, this isn't even as bad as Seth and Bray, but this is bad because it's like my pick last year. I know you after they're done with Dwayne, your pick was Cesaro to finally beat Roman. Mine was Finn, and it was going to be Demon Finn next year at like Money in the Bank, but that didn't happen. And my biggest thing with this pay-per-view is that everything was chalk. Like everyone who you expected to win won. There was no surprises. The only surprise was Sasha Banks coming back. But it was like, that's where it's like, if you could only, I miss when WWE, like when Jeff Hardy can win the WWE championship at Armageddon against Triple H. Like now it's like, if it's not a big four pay-per-view or like Money in the Bank, there's no title changes unless it's Charlotte Flair. She can get a title change at whatever pay-per-view she wants. But it's just the truth. And I was just like, man, I mean, some of these matches are pretty good, but it's like, there was no like, oh, I didn't see that person like losing because they won. So it was all chalk. And I'm like, yeah, you got to switch it up because I've seen lower pay-per-views have great. Shoot, Eddie Guerrero won the WWE title Unforgiven against Brock Lesnar. Like those type of things are not there right now because everyone's just like, oh, well, we'll get to Survivor Series. Someone will probably win a title, hold it till Royal Rumble, get challenged at WrestleMania, lose that title, and lather, rinse, repeat.
So let me ask you something else. Because one of the biggest pops that wasn't like a main event thing, it seemed like Jeff Hardy got an amazing pop on TV.
Yes. Yeah, and I can vouch that nothing was like those pops, they were real. I didn't hear any like piped in stuff. So I can vouch for that. Maybe because it was a paper. I don't know. Maybe because it wasn't a bigger pay-per-view that they were trying to pipe in stuff. But Jeff Hardy's was a huge pop. And like that split second, like if you were watching and thought Jeff Hardy was going to win, crowd started going nuts. Like like people were getting their phones ready to record like him winning the title. Like it was when Sheamus bro kicked Damian Priest and Jeff Hardy threw Sheamus out. Everyone was like, oh my God, Jeff's about like that place would have become unglued.
Yeah, I mean, which kind of makes me like everyone's like on this whole like poor Jeff Hardy bandwagon now. But I'm just like, where was this months ago? And at the same time, why did Jeff Hardy roll up Karrion Kross? I'll still never understand that. But I mean, I'm glad to see people are finally getting behind Jeff Hardy again. Like Jeff Hardy's an absolute legend who gets like barely any respect, I feel like. I mean, I know he's done a lot of fuck ups, let's be honest. But it's Jeff Hardy. But that match, like I was kind of torn. I was like, man, that'd be cool if Jeff Hardy wins here. I'm like,
but then Damian Priest dies.
See him I'm like, I don't want to see Damian Priest like lose. Like I was like, God, I was like, please don't let Jeff Hardy win. And I like the way they did it. It was cool, you know, having everyone, you know, oh shit, Jeff Hardy's going to win. You know, that was massive.
Yeah, that was one of the better matches there watching it live. And I just have to talk about her too because she's from there, Alexa Bliss, which they didn't announce where she was from because she's the demon-ish version. I mean, the Bray Wyatt ripoff version, as even Charlotte stated in a promo, which was wild. But the people behind me were just like, there's no way Vince is going to have her lose in her hometown. Think of that massive pop if she wins the title. And I don't know if you've seen the meme. I think it's on Pirates of the Caribbean or some meme where it's like, first time, huh? Like first time, it's about to be your first time. It's about to be your first time getting screwed by Vince, huh? And then when Charlotte won, they're like, fuck you, Vince. How do you have her lose at the hometown? That's bullshit. She's from here. Think of the pop. I was like, I don't know what to tell you, man. I really don't know what to tell you.
Did you really expect Charlotte to lose?
Yeah, to lose the title. She ripped up the doll, and people are like, oh, well, maybe this brings back the goddess or whatever, and they continue this feud. I was like, well, Alexa's going to be off TV for a bit, but.
Fuck it. You know what? Shout out to, I'm not sure if you heard it because, you know, you were there, but I heard it on TV and I started laughing my ass off after Alexa was in the ring screaming and doing all her freaking antics and whatnot and holding up Lily and all the stuffing for Lily. If someone yelled out, go to Build-A-Bear. And I lost it. I lost it. So shout out to whoever said go to Build-A-Bear.
Yeah, and she tweeted too after about like, thank you, Ohio, always have a place in my heart and all that stuff. But I was just like, come back. And I mean, Charlotte had points in her promo. It's been a long time since Alexa's wanted to like a main title. I was like, oh yeah, I remember, because the last time she had a main title, she was in a SummerSlam main match and she got her ass whooped by Ronda Rousey. And you know what? I'll even give you a shout out to congratulations, Ronda Rousey and Travis, on the birth of their child. I can't say your child's name because it's super long, so I apologize. But anyway, but I'm just like, of course, she hasn't won because of y'all and that, so it is what it is. Hopefully she'll come back and maybe win the Rumble. But and then also with Bianca Belair and Becky, just want to say, if you didn't think Bianca Belair could hang with these women, she can hang with them. Like, there's general interest in people. Like, I was kind of shocked that I would say 51-49 Becky in the crowd, but people wanted Bianca to win. So I'm like, and we've been foresighting Bianca's rise since last year. So if you want her to go back to another podcast you did, want her to be worth $5 on your pick the team, don't mess it up. So I don't know, man. Oh, Pat McAfee was great doing the OHIOs, getting the crowd pumped, and so he was good too. Seeing him live was funny, but
dude, Pat McAfee, like honestly, he's like one of my favorite things in WWE right now. I mean, he has been since he's been in, you know, even back when it was NXT 1.0. We'll get into that later.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, just Pat, like seeing like the stuff he's done, like he'll try and pump up the crowd before like the show starts.
Mm-hmm.
Him, I don't know if you've seen the video of him on the it was like the 9/11 anniversary show.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, like his speech was wild. Like it was really good, but it's Pat McAfee, so it's also like entertaining. Like that, goddamn, that guy's got a voice.
I don't know if you saw it, probably because you didn't. It was early. Pre-show wise, Liv Morgan got a big pop.
Did she?
Yeah, people are behind this girl, man. I know we've been behind her, but like I was actually like turned around shocked that so many people were hyped to see Liv, and so many people were hyped that she won. I was just like, all right. I mean, you had
Who
that.
She faced the pre-show.
Oh, the most beautiful woman in WWE, Carmella.
Oh, good for them.
Yeah, but and they got time too. They were the only pre-show match, so I was like, all right, well, I mean, Liv got a pop. I was like, y'all were pushing Liv. We thought she was gonna win the Rumble, but that failed. So or get close to it. So whatever on that. But yeah, Extreme Rules. It was what it was. But being in person was the best part. And Vince Nationwide, fix that purse stuff, or you're gonna piss a lot of people off. And the briefcase. Don't sell the briefcase if you're not allowing the briefcase to come back. Stupid.
Right. Like, why can't you just open it up?
That's stupid.
Like, just like there's like a purse. Just open it up.
Mm-hmm.
Because honest to God, what the hell's like, if you really think about it, what the hell's the difference between having the briefcase and having a title belt?
Thank you. Because there were title belts all over. And I was just like,
did anybody fight for him?
No, there were some people I was like, oh, that dude has a big gold belt around his waist. He's about this life. Like, if you're rocking big goldie around your waist, you are about this lifestyle. And I thought about it, just like, man, I should get some sound bits for the podcast, send them over to you so you can listen to some people's predictions and how smart they are, how dumb they are. Maybe that'll be the next thing I go to a live event, be like, hey, who do you think is going to win today? We're doing a podcast.
Oh shit! I want to go to some Podunk indie shows and do that.
That'd be funny stuff. But Jacob, AEW wise, Brian Danielson and Mr. Omega had their 30 minutes that they had their match?
Like 30, 35 minutes ish.
And it was a draw. And then just fast forwarding to this past Wednesday, we had the tributes for Brody Lee because they were in his hometown of New York, right?
Yep.
Yes,
yeah, they're up in like Rochester.
So all that stuff. And AEW, man, like I know we talked about it the last time with the pay-per-view, but that men's roster is something.
Woo! It's damn good. You know what? they did. I love how they're still like keeping like the tributes of like Brody Lee still a thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're still like his son's still there, like, there's basically like a big like Dark Order, type show. But like, I loved seeing that. Like, hell yeah. They don't just ring the bell, like 10 times like WWE does and move on like nothing ever happened. They continue to like carry on like his legacy, which I think is fucking awesome. Daniel Bryan and Kenny Omega had that absolute banger of a match, which went to a draw, but I was totally okay with it. Normally I'm annoyed by those, but it was such a good match. You couldn't complain about it.
Mm-hmm.
And that men's roster, yeah, no shit. It's awesome. My biggest worry, and it's just because I'm just such a fan. I've said this before and I'll keep saying it. I'm so worried about what the hell they're going to do with Hangman Adam Page. Because
you want him to win the title next year, right?
Huh?
You want him to win the title next year. Is that right?
I was thinking he's going to win it at full gear, but I feel like that's coming up too soon, but they could have him. I mean, I know they're going to be in Virginia, I think, here in a week or so. So is he going to show back up there? I'm not sure, but I don't know. I just hope that he doesn't lose his push because of all the other talent that's there right now.
Dude, we've talked about that. Like, you're getting all these big time names. Someone, unfortunately, is going to get pushed down. It's just the way it works.
Yeah. And then you had Miro just lost his TNT championship to Sammy Guevara last night.
Shout out to Sammy Guevara. Good job for you. Yeah. But Miro's, a.k.a. Rusev, for those who don't know, shout out to you too. I
mean, what are you going to do with Miro now? Like, because he was a sweet champion.
He was.
He's God's favorite champion. I loved it. One of my favorite gimmicks he's ever done.
Adam's doing well. Kenny's doing well. Shoot, they got that guy named Phil Brooks, if you don't know, aka CM Punk. So they got, again, man, they got John Moxley. Like,
they got Captain Charisma, Christian.
Yeah, they have him. They have Chris Jericho, if you guys forgot about him. MJ, like, it's stacked, man. Like, I would have to go back early 2000s / Attitude Era to see a men's roster like this.
And one of the biggest questions I would love to know, but yeah, we won't know for a while, is how long are these guys' contracts?
Yeah.
Because like, is this going to be a 6-month thing? Is this going to be a 3-year thing? What's it going to be? I have no idea, but man, like, I'm trying to enjoy this as much as I can as this lasts.
That's true. I'm waiting for them to come to Columbus, man. I'd love to go to an AEW show in Columbus.
Well, anytime they've come around, it's always been, I've either been away for work or something. I've missed the Cleveland shows. I've missed the Pittsburgh shows. Mm-hmm. I missed fucking All Out because of bots.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Salty about.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love to. Hopefully they can migrate. I mean, I'd love to go to one and be in the crowd, be in that energy. So
I have a buddy that lives over in Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm. He's been to 2 or 3 shows that they've had over there, and he likes it better than WWE, but he's kind of more of like an indie mark. So we're a little biased over here, I guess.
No, that makes sense. I don't like. I guess if I was in there with a CM, like when CM Punk's music go off to hear the pop, because with the WWE, I've literally been in a Let's Go Cena suck chance multiple times, and there's been nothing like that. I've seen Undertaker. I've seen like a Lesnar random show up and beating the hell out of everyone, but I want to experience that stuff at AEW. But going on to their NXT 2.0, Tommaso Ciampa's champ, which we love him over here on the L7C podcast. This dude was maybe the best heel of the we're not even in the 22nd century, of the past 10 plus years. One of the best heels ever. Yes. But to be honest, Jacob, the only thing I like about NXT 2.0 right now, besides him, is this new meaner Mandy Rose. That's the only thing I like right now, because she's actually really impressing me. And I'm like, Well, this is what they should have done after she broke up with Otis. Like, changed hair. She's an asshole now. Like, she might be the one to finally send your favorite wrestler, Raquel Gonzalez, to the main roster.
Fucking send her, man. Send Blandy McBlanderson to the main roster.
Hey, currently Blandy McBland's good enough for Braun Strowman. Saw that wedding photo.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were a thing.
I had no idea either, but I guess when, I don't know, she's 6 foot something.
Yeah.
Braun's like 7 foot, so
it works out.
That kid's going to play basketball. Like, that kid's going to be a center. That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that whole like group they have was a toxic
attraction or something like that. Yeah.
Yep. That's it. I was seeing like toxic relationship. Mm-hmm. I was like, no, that's not right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But no, I like it. I like this Mandy Rose, and I've been critical of Mandy Rose in the past. Mm-hmm. Maybe not like a ton, like on the L7C, but like on like our group messages and stuff. Like I've never been like a massive Mandy Rose fan, but this is cool. It's different. She doesn't look like, I mean, maybe it's just the hair. Maybe I'm just being an asshole, but she doesn't look like a creator wrestler from like WWE 12 anymore.
I was going to say that she doesn't. I mean, and there's no fault for anyone who looks like this, because people have like similar outfits and stuff that Mandy could look to like Trish, like in that thing. So then when she changed her hair, it's a whole different thing. I mean, she's being a complete asshole, like running shit over there. And it's like, and I've said on the L7C podcast, with the way she looks, if Mandy Rose had wrestling ability of like the 4 horsewomen or Asuka, Mandy Rose would be champion for like 2 years straight.
Facts.
It wouldn't even be close. Like Charlotte would have to try a little bit harder, because Mandy would be able, with the way she looks, be on the news, Sports Center, all the things, and wrestle good. It'd be game over.
Right. You know what? For once, maybe not being a relative of Ric Flair right now is probably a good thing.
I don't know. Speaking of that, to go back, there was people talking about Alexa Bliss winning the title again. I'm going back to that because the other fans on the other side of me were like, yeah, Alexa's going to win today. Charlotte's going to win at Survivor Series. That'd make her 13. And I wanted to look back and be like, have you guys been listening to a podcast called the L7C podcast? I wanted to ask because I'm like, someone's been listening, because that's what we were talking about. If she could get to 16 by next year, we were trying to do the math.
Yeah, I honestly thought if Alexa won, she was going to lose it the following night.
Yeah.
Honestly, God, I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, Alexa theoretically could win. She could, but it's not going to matter because she's going to lose it the following night in Cincinnati.
Oh, man. Dewdrop got the open challenge. I was like, wow, this ain't that. It ain't a thing for that. But that was wild, man. But yeah, 2.0, Mandy's doing the damn thing. Let's hopefully they don't mess it up. But there's something fun I actually wanted to do that I thought on the fly with you, because WWE has their draft coming up. And I thought we would just on the fly be like, who would your top 5 picks be?
Well, if we're going to talk about the draft,
NXT's in it.
I don't think it's officially official on like TV yet. Mm-hmm. But according to Triple H, NXT is finally going to be in the draft.
Well, hopefully they do not take Mandy Rose, because you don't want to build all that up for it to die.
I mean, hey, Charlotte might need a new opponent, but you know. But no, finally, after years of bitching.
Yes.
We have bitched for a long time. NXT's finally getting treated like a third brand, which is weird because Vince is now running NXT.
Oh, also because Triple H had that cardiac surgery, and like none of us knew he was having cardiac issues. Like that was a holy shit. Like Triple H could have died, and like glad he's getting well. And from a selfish note, hopefully you get well enough so you can come back and do what you need to do. But yeah, man, I think the biggest time when they lost that opportunity, like when NXT ran shop at Survivor Series, they should have been in the draft. Like that was one of the hottest. Adam Cole, Shayna Baszler, Keith Lee, all of them running shop in NXT Survivor Series, where Survivor Series only SmackDown won one match, and that was because of Roman Reigns. So it's like It should have been in the draft then. That's what we talked about.
Should have been. Before we get into more of this draft stuff, shout out to the internet wrestling community, because the fucking memes of Triple H after they found out like he had surgery and he was okay, the memes came out of pouring. And one of my favorite memes I seen was, "Oh, surgery went great. Can't wait to get back to NXT to see Adam Cole and the boys."
Oh no. Well, Adam Cole did say like Triple H and Shawn helped him a lot at NXT. Like he had nothing bad to say about them. Like, because again, it's not. I don't think it's not them. It's above them. I mean, Daniel Bryan had nothing bad to say. Like he's a class act, but he's not
even doing a yes chant either. Out of respect for the, which I was like, wow, that's amazing.
That's my only thing with AEW. Like some of the people, like, dude, you don't have to take shots at WWE. It's funny once in a while, but it's like if that becomes your main stick to take shots at them, it's like, like come on, man.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with early 2000s TNA shit.
Right.
But I'm good for early drafts, but man, so like top 5 draft picks.
Yeah.
Are we doing like top 5 men and top 5 women, or just top 5 in general?
Like this is all on the fly, people, too. So this is gonna be real entertainment. Like you pick, like if you have brand Raw and I have brand SmackDown, or whichever one you want, you take your person and I take a person, and then we do 5.
All right, fuck it. All right. So
what brand you want?
Huh?
You want Raw? You hate Raw.
I'll take it. Yeah, I know. Fuck it. Why not? I'll try and make it better.
I'll give you first pick since you got shitty Raw.
Man, all right. So if I'm going Raw, it's just got to be people in the WWE.
Sometimes at drafts there are some surprises.
Ah, God. Man, first pick. I'll take Finn Balor as my first draft pick.
He needs to be switched anyway after that.
Right.
Man. All right. Well, didn't go girl. I mean, SmackDown, they're not. I'll just be logical. They're not going to give up Roman, so I'll take Roman.
Okay. All right. My second pick.
Sorry, we're dog sitting.
My second pick, I would take Tessa Blanchard. Oh wait, shit, she's not in the WWE yet. But oh God, who would I take as my second pick? I don't know. Fuck it, I'll take Becky Lynch.
Okay. My second pick, I'm taking Drew. I think he needs a change of scenery. I think he needs to be up to get the Roman beat down. But I like Drew, so I'm taking Drew.
Solid pick. Third pick. Are we drafting people just from the main roster? Or are we taking people from NXT?
You can take people NXT.
Oh, I can take people from NXT. Oh shit. Oh, I'd take Ciampa.
He said if we'll go to the main roster, he'll retire instead. Which I love the commitment.
This is all fantasy, so I'm pretending that's not the case. I was going to
say you can sweet talk him. All right. I don't want to. So you took Becky, so you have taken a 4 horsewomen, but this is my third pick. I want to be a little bit flashy with this and break them up, and I'll take Io Shirai.
Oh, that's a good pick.
I want to be flashy. A little flashy. No one be expecting that one. Got 2 more. Who you got for number 4?
Number 4. Let me draft another woman here. Fuck it. I'm taking Shayna Baszler.
You're gonna reinvent her back to the real Shayna?
Hell yeah. Yeah, honestly, like thinking back, if I could swap Becky for Shayna, I would too. Fuck it. But I'll take Becky and Shayna if I go top 5. Your dog agrees with me.
Sorry, had to put it on mute because he was yapping. He was quiet the whole way until we got to that point, as you see Courtney in the background coming home.
What's happening, Courtney?
He just said what's happening.
Hello, Jacob.
She said, hello, Jacob.
Has he met Timo yet?
Yeah, because he's barking during the pod. Courtney, can you take him somewhere?
Oh, look at the puppers.
Yeah. It's quiet dog sitting to them. But anyway, back to on topic. Timo, I will see you later. Fourth pick. Shit. Oh man. I don't see. I'm trying to be different because I could obviously take I could take a 4 horseman, but I really don't want to because I know they're gonna get picked eventually. But I mean, after she lost, she needs a change too. I'll take Alexa Bliss.
All right.
She needs a change.
All right. Well, fuck. So we're on number 5 now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like, I think like right at the rip, I'd say Seth Rollins, but yeah, I don't know. I want to change that up. I need like powerhouse. You know, like give me Damian Priest.
Ooh,
I'll take Damian Priest as a 5th guy. He's big, big, strong, got the look. He can bring in Bad Bunny to do my entrance music.
With my 5th pick, which this is cheating, but it's still part of NXT. I'm taking Walter.
Oh God, I didn't even think about Walter.
Let's bring him to the States.
Hell yeah. Shit. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I didn't even think about Walter.
I mean, like we went outside the box and like got some different people. Obviously, I mean, if this was real, obviously Becky and all them would have been drafted by the time we got to our fantasy. But
I'm just proud that we didn't take Roman or Charlotte. Fuck that.
I mean, Charlotte, I mean, that's just I wanted Io because sooner or later her time's going to come to the main roster. And Alexa Bliss, I mean, just because we were just talking about her, I mean, she needs to change after that Lily thing is done. So it's like, this one
is it done or is it going to become
I
bigger?
hope it's done, man. It needs to be done. Charlotte ripped your thing up. You got stomped. Keep it moving. Keep it grooving. But
fair enough.
I don't know, man. But now, just throwing it now. 5 picks, all promotions.
Oh, all promotions?
Just throwing it now. 5 all promotions. We're off the cuffs now, baby. You could just name 5. Or if you want to do back and forth.
All right, that's fine. But here's what else I say we do. Mm-hmm. All promotions, but let's do 5 guys, then 5 girls.
Let's do it.
All right. So, with the first round draft pick, Jacob's Raw. You got it. Do I change it up? Give me Kenny. I feel like you can't. Well, yeah, you can go. I'm going Kenny. I can't argue Kenny.
All right. Well, Kenny's good. That's a good one. I'm trying to think of the PWI top 500, but you know what? I'm really gonna spice this up. I don't know how long he's gonna be here. He might be only here for a short while. Number 1, all promotions. I'm going AEW 2. Give me CM Punk. Let me get the ratings.
There you go. Yeah, can't go wrong there. Second draft pick if I picked him. Give me Bray Wyatt.
Okay.
Technically still under no he's no compete clause right now, so technically I'm still drafting WWE
until like Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so number 2, I have CM. This is all Tommaso Ciampa.
Okay.
Ciampa.
All right, so you got CM Punk and Ciampa. I got Kenny Omega and Bray Wyatt. Who do I want for my number 3? Give me Give me Hangman Adam Page because I'm extremely biased on that one. If I'm going with Bray, I'll take Hangman Adam Page too.
So I have. I need a good guy, like a real likable good guy. Give me Big E, number 3.
Okay.
I need a really likable, good guy. Give me Big E.
All right. With the 4th pick, I'm going to take. Let's see. I'm going to take Ricochet.
Whoa. Okay.
I'm going to change it up. Ricochet is one of those guys who could definitely be a top tier main eventer, and he's gotten shit on. Let's be completely honest. He can throw down with pretty much anyone. He can have a high flying match. He can have a grappling match. He can do whatever he wants to do, and he's a hell of a face if you just let him do his thing. Okay. So I'd get Ricochet. I'm really changing this shit up. Screw it.
All right, with Ricochet, I will counter that with your guy Finn Balor.
Okay.
For the same exact things, and he's more over. So now we're on our last picks of the men. This is some good shit, man.
This is good. I like this. The question is, like, do I want to go simple and, go back to, like, one of my picks from earlier? Or do I really change it up and go for something really different or someone? Yeah, screw it. Let's go someone less known. Give for the 5th pick, I'm going to take. I'm torn. I got 2 people right now from 2 different promotions in my head. How many heels do I have? Kenny can be a face or a heel. Bray's a heel. Who's my 3rd pick? Sure, write this stuff down. By the way, people, we're all just shooting this off the hip. So
in the spirit of the WWE Draft, which does start tomorrow, so it does make sense.
Yeah. If I'm going to Ring of Honor. I'm going to take Vincent from Ring of Honor.
Okay.
Because him and Bray Wyatt, I just want to see that dream match. Those guys, just ultimate promo type dude. So I'm down. Screw it. I'm taking him too.
So I have Finn, Punk, Ciampa. Who the hell else? I had someone else, but
Finn.
Yeah.
Big
E. That's who it was. So I have a good. So I need an. For my 5th pick, give me MJF.
Ooh, yeah. Both these are great. Both these are great.
Yeah, that's who I'm taking on that. Women. You want to go first?
Yeah. I'll go with Shayna Baszler. It's my top pick.
I mean, I'm just gonna. This is like I'll go a little bit more serious. I'll take Sasha Banks. We'll get more serious.
My Asuka will be my number 2 draft pick.
Damn it!
I forgot about Asuka.
No, I had her next. Damn it! Give me the doctor then, Dr. Britt Baker. I got Sasha and Britt. I can make some magic happen right there.
Okay.
Damn, I want Asuka. Okay.
Let's see. Who else am I going to go with? So we got Shayna, and I got Asuka. Bianca Belair. Yes,
you're killing me, man. You're fucking killing me. I respect it. Damn.
I got to rebuild Raw. Damn it, it's not easy.
That's true. You know what? I'll take. Dang, you already have Shayna. I was going to say her. Oh man, I'll take Io. I'll bring her. I'll double draft her this time and the previous time.
All right. Becky is still on the board if you want to take her.
I'm trying to be different. Like if I wanted to go chalk, I just pick the 4 horsewomen and Asuka. I'm trying to be different. Damn it.
All right. Well, I got it at this point. Bianca, Asuka, Shayna. 4th pick, I'm taking Candice LeRae.
Hey,
I'm biased.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll take her.
You know what? I'm gonna do it early because y'all thought Vince was bad. I'm gonna be worse. I'm taking Tessa Blanchard. That bullshit will not fly in my company. I'll have her ass hanging out to dry if she pulls that. You have one chance, make it count. I'm going ballsy. Tessa Blanchard.
Okay.
I'm taking the toxic to the locker room, baby.
All right. Fuck it. If we're going to talk about toxic and shit like that, for the 5th pick of Jacob's Monday Night Raw, we're going to go with Kelly Klein, the X-Ring of Honor champion, who is still in legal battles with Ring of Honor. But if we're going toxic people, that's who I want. I want Kelly Klein. I like Kelly Klein. I wish he would come back to wrestling. I wish he would go to AEW. So that's my 5th pick and throw in someone different.
Okay. Shit. That's different. All right. So I need rating. I mean, you already threw out Becky. I was like, I mean, I'll no, do I want to?
You got Eva Marie on the table.
I would take Mandy Rose before Eva Marie in a heartbeat. I'll take Becky to end it. I was gonna be cheeky and I was gonna say I'm gonna drive my Brinks truck right through CM Punk's house and park it until AJ comes. That's what I was gonna do, but I was like, how possible is that? So
these would be good match. These would be good things.
I'm gonna have to
I'm
re-listen
shocked
to this.
Neither of us took though. In the men's, I'm shocked neither of us took Okada.
That I almost took Osprey because that man could jump around, but
I was thinking about that after I said Ricochet. I'm like, my wife's gonna be pissed I didn't say Osprey. But
man, I'm gonna have to re-listen to this pod, actually write down the picks and like see how that would be promotional battle wise. Then we have all these free agents.
Oh yeah, that's just 5. If you break it down to like top 10, I mean that could be a whole other battle. But once again, neither of us took Charlotte. None of us took Roman. I'm so proud of this community.
Yeah, and guys, when you're listening to this, let us know in the comments. Like, and this was off the cuffs, no research. I'm pretty sure if we actually had pen and paper and we were prepared for this, like maybe things would have been different. But
for sure,
let us know who you guys would pick. I'm so interested to see who y'all would pick in your drafts and spirit of the WWE draft and all that. Jacob, man, anything else?
Man,
we finally did one of our fantasy episodes. Just threw it in there. I know we've been promising them, but we finally threw one in there, and it was fun.
Oh yeah, I like this. Man, I really don't know. I don't think there's anything else. I don't know. We had such like a massive month, like you said in the beginning of the podcast, that like I've pretty much just been chilling and watching AEW and catching highlights of Raw and SmackDown and NXT 2.0. What's your thoughts on NXT 2.0?
I mean, I don't like the color. I mean, the only thing I like is Ciampa and Mandy Rose's new outlook. That's it.
Yeah.
I just don't like the color. I feel like it's too ugh. I miss the black and gold.
You're right. Yeah. It feels too bright. Like make it feel like it's in a dingy ass warehouse like it used to be, back in the day. That was good stuff. But Vince McMahon's hands are definitely all over that.
Yeah, but man, I don't have anything else. I just want to thank everyone for listening to the L7C podcast, the wrestling, all that stuff. Shoot, if you saw on social media and all that, we're on the road to 2K total listens. So, that's when we have to put the wrestling back out there because y'all do dig the wrestling. So, yeah, that's our new mission. And there's not really, I'm sure maybe at the end of October, because October starts tomorrow, we're probably going to have an emergency podcast when Bray Wyatt makes his debut. So, because I'm already seeing that, but we'll have some stuff coming down. We'll see what WWE is doing. And yes, before anyone asks, we did not talk about Crown Jewel because, as Jacob would say, blood money. But Yeah, I mean, they have the Roman versus Brock already scheduled, which pissed me off because it's like you announced it before Finn Balor and Roman even wrestled. So why the fuck would anyone even want to watch Demon Finn? And they deleted the tweet because it said for the championship, then deleted the tweet, made a new tweet and said, 1-on-1. I'm like, yeah, you already messed it up. That's terrible. Whoever did that should be fired. That's why you hire the L7C for wrestling. There's our plug. And with that being said, thank you everyone for listening to the L7C podcast. You guys take care.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the L7C podcast. Be sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all social media platforms, and we'll be talking to you guys soon. Take care.